I've been doing great with sales. I had a day a couple days ago, it was 13 items in one day. So forget the summer slowdown. It's slowed down. Hi there. How's it going, you guys? If you don't know, I'm Cindy with Kraus House Thrift and Thrift. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. If you see a little of my hair blowing around, it's because I got a fan going and an air conditioner going. It's a bit hot. I think it's going to be 100 today. So today I wanted to talk about something I haven't really done before. I was thrifting yesterday and I was going through each department and I was thinking, this is what I would pick up in each department. I thought, well, maybe my viewers would like to know that. So I started out in the book section. And so I don't think I'll do a voiceover. What I'll do is I think I'll pop up the pictures they took at the thrift store, and then I'll talk about each section. So as far as the book section, what I look for when I'm going through the books at a thrift store or anywhere that I see books for sale, I am looking for children's pop-up books. Those do very well. I'm looking for books, like I told you in the past, I purchased GoldenEye, James Bond, movie book by Ian Fleming that sold for over 20 bucks. And I'm looking for unique and rare books. And I know before I told you, take the time in the book section to look at them all, but it is very time consuming. I think what I would really recommend is you guys do your research on books, find out what books sell well on eBay, and then when you go look in the book section, you look for this particular books, because if you're looking, book by book or section by section, it could take a while. I think I was in that section yesterday for about an hour. I don't mind it. I enjoy it. And if you enjoy it, great. But if you're in there just for a certain amount of time, you just want to grab the things that make the most for you on eBay, do your research. Find out what are the books that sell well on eBay, because it is a saturated market. It's flooded. Most of the books I look up are only worth $3 to $4. Because lots of people are selling them, so they're multiple. So I put those back on the shelf. But if it's worth 10 and up, and there's not that many for sale, I will grab it. So let me show you a little bit about what I picked up yesterday. Okay, I spent some time looking at musical scores, or they're like song books, music books. And some of those can be valuable, some of them not. But if you can get a lot of them, that's going to be better for you. Sunday Morning Organist. I got volume 3. What is that one? Volume 5 and volume 2, I believe it says. Volume 1 was selling, 6. Volume 1 was selling for more, but I didn't have that. So I found these 3. I think they sell for $1 at this thrift store, so totally worth it. This is for me. I didn't look it up because there was a whole bunch of dog books and horse books, but no cat books except for this one. And John and I looked it up. This is something kind of interesting. We were looking in the front, and okay, so where it gives the year, it says MCML. So my husband John looked that up, and that means it's 1950. So that's how old this book is. It's got the small print, no illustrations, but it's got the cool dust cover. They don't sell for much on eBay, unfortunately, but I think I'll keep it because we have 2 cats, if you didn't know, Sparta and Oliver. And I just thought it'd be a cool thing to have. So that was for me. And you're probably like me, when you go thrifting or sourcing, you buy things for yourself. But most of the time it's for Reselling on eBay. This is a really cool book, Historical Places. And I thought either I could keep it or give it to my mom. My mom's really big on history. So this was $2. Hardbacks are $2, and the paperbacks are only $1. I thought this might sell on eBay, but it sells for like $5. So I'm gonna keep it. I think it's always good to keep books like this that are gonna tell you what sells well. Now I don't know the year of this, so this is changeable information, but maybe not. If it's vintage or collectible or just highly sought after for the long term, this could be a good book. So I got that for me actually. And then this is to sell. It was originally $3.50, so I think it's pretty old. I can't remember what the comp was I got on that. I think it's 10 to 15. And then this one I'm gonna sell as well. Maritime stuff can do well on eBay. It's really neat, got some great color illustrations. And so, yeah, I'll pop up what these are worth on the screen. This is from my sister. I think she really loved this in the 80s. She used to sing these songs, and it's music. She doesn't play an instrument, but I'm just gonna give that to her as a gift. And this was for me. I think I knew this when I was a kid. It's really cute, Millions of Cats. And of course, if you haven't noticed, I'm a cat person. Never thought I would be. I was raised with dogs. I always had dogs. I never understood cat people because I thought cats were aloof and I didn't want anything to do with them until I had 2 cats, and now I'm in love with them and I totally get it. All right, there was only like 3 of this for sale on eBay, which I was shocked about. And you might see the reflection of my ring light in there, so I'll try and get off the glare of that. But you know, you guys I'm sure know about this from Disney. This is a fun movie. I really liked it. So those are the books I grabbed. But yeah, be looking for, I looked through all the sections. I looked through even the novels. I looked through the cookbooks. I looked for the children's section. I looked through the diet section. Just something that's gonna stand out and pop out on me. I look at old books. Now not all old books are worth something, so you really do have to comp them. But I'm looking for that book that's gonna jump out at me, and that there are none on eBay or just a few. Something where I could get, you know, $10 and up, because books are so inexpensive. You know, if I sold it for 10, it's still pretty good profit if I only pay $1 or $2. So. Okay, so silverware, utensils, plastics. A lot of times though, there's a lotted up together in thrift stores. So what I look for, I do look through the silverware. I'm looking for something unique. Like at one thrift store, I found a whole bunch of these children's silverware. They were plastic, but they were cute. They were like little bulldozers, and there was like 5 to 6 pieces that somebody had donated. And so I sold this for like $20 on eBay. So look through the silverware section. And then as far as you know, utensils, I have found some unique things in there. Look for things like Pampered Chef. I found like a wooden spoon with a smiley face. You're just looking for unique stuff. You don't have to spend a lot of time in that section. Just kind of browse it quickly, looking for those things that stand out. As far as plastics, you could look for Tupperware. Some Tupperware could be quite valuable. Or you could just look for something unique and that, you know, is a pop of color maybe, is colorful, or the style is cool, or it's vintage, retro. You always just want to look through this section. Just, you know, look through it quickly. You usually are not going to find a lot of valuable things in this section, but it still takes worth taking a look at. Okay, the section with the tumblers, the mugs, and the cups. I'm talking about, they're mostly plastic or stainless steel. I always look at this section. What I'm looking for is the valuable tumblers. They're usually the metal ones, like Tao, or some of the other brands like Coleman. A lot of times they're coffee mugs or coffee tumblers. Those could be good, some good brands to look for. Also, I do look at the Starbucks mugs are saturated, but some of them can be valuable. So if I see a unique, either a cup or a tumbler, I tend to look it up just to see. And if you didn't know, the Starbucks city ones, if you see the city ones like Seattle, etc., or the countries or the states, those can be quite valuable depending on which ones they are. So yeah, there's a ton of Seattle Starbucks mugs out there, but if you want to comp them, I would recommend that. I wouldn't just start grabbing them, because some are not worth much. But I'm just kind of looking through when I go to this section. I'm looking for those things that stand out that I can comp, or that I know are going to be worth money, that are going to sell well on eBay. And I wanted to mention, you guys, I'm talking about these sections that you look at when you're looking at thrift stores or other places that have these sections. But if you're a niche person, and obviously selling a tumbler is not your niche, you're not going to go there. I'm talking about pretty much this video is for the everything seller, the people that look at all the sections when they go into thrift stores. So I just wanted to give you an idea of what to look for. Okay, so pots, pans, and miscellaneous household items. So that could be a gold mine section. There's all different kinds of brands and styles and ages, meaning vintage to contemporary, that you can look for when you're in this section. I wrote down a few: Revereware, Farberware, enamelware, like vintage enamelware. It doesn't even have to have a brand. If it's vintage, people like that kind of thing. Calphalon, there's tons. You guys can do your research and look to see what's valuable, but you know, it's got to be, unless it's vintage and rustic, it's got to be in good condition, and it's got to look good, look pleasing to the eye. You know, I like to look for the unique items, the colorful items, or if it just looks like a very nice piece of, you know, a pot or a pan. And lids aren't a necessity, but they are very helpful to have the lid with it. So, you know, just dig around in this section. Also, general houseware section, usually they put other things in this section with the pots and pans, things like tea kettles and teapots. Those could be valuable, so I would look those up as well. And things like a French press, or I've sold those kind of, yeah, it's like a coffee carafe, thermo-serve kind of, they're plastic, or even if they're stainless steel. Those kind of things could do well. Sometimes they're made of glass or metal or just different kinds of materials. So this really could be a good section for you guys, so I wouldn't skip it. Okay, pottery and glass, that could be a very good section to look at, so I wouldn't skip that one unless that's not your niche. So things to look for are vintage, Acre Hawking, glasses, bowls, whatever they have, Pyrex, Libby, Corningware. These can go anywhere from 15 to, you know, hundreds depending what you have. I would recommend you lot it up. At least you usually want at least 4 items. I've heard that the even items are better, 4, 6, 8, etc. I wouldn't go crazy and list like a whole bunch of a dish set, but people do that and they make a lot of money that way, but then they're gonna have to pack them up. Other things, if you want to look for collectible items like Roseville, Murano, etc., there's tons of brands that people collect. Art glass, pottery, you know, beautiful pieces that if you're outsourcing you might want to get. There's tons. You guys have to look it up. Do your research on eBay. You can also get those kind of books that they sell that tell you what kind of collectibles to look out for. You know, do your homework, do your research. Pottery and glass is the niche you would like to, you know, go with. it can be very lucrative. I know the Niche Lady and the Crazy Lamp Lady, that's what they sell, pottery and glass, and they're very knowledgeable about it, so they know exactly what to find and what to sell, and you can make hundreds. It's just, that's not really my niche. If I find something, I'll get it, but yeah, it's not something I necessarily look for when I'm out sourcing. I've sold things that are like, I've sold Pyrex, I've sold Anchor Hawking, Libby. I think I have a set of 4 Libby yellow glasses for sale on eBay. I haven't sold them yet, but yeah, definitely there's tons of items to look for. You could also look at the mugs. I like the mug section. I have sold some mugs that, sold for 20 bucks and more. So if you just get the ordinary ones, they can sit for a while. But yeah, I enjoy the mugs. They are going to be, just note, they're not going to be first class. They're going to be 2 pounds and up. And so, people, you're going to find a buyer who doesn't mind paying priority mail, FedEx or UPS shipping. Do you guys know that first class went away? It is now USPS Ground Advantage. So I believe it was first class, UPS, and USPS Retail Ground that all just kind of formed. I've been using it. I haven't had a problem with it. It's kind of nice. I'm so glad I don't always have to go to UPS now. I could just go to USPS, which is closer. So also, I've been doing great with sales. I had a day a couple days ago. It was 13 items in one day. So forget the summer slowdown. It slowed down a little bit, but then I put I did my promotions, my coupons, and exploded. And yesterday I only listed 2 items and I got 4 sales. So yeah, just keep at it, you guys. Promote your items. You'll get the sales. And I also want to mention, don't forget about crystal, like Waterford crystal. Crystal could be a good seller, but not all of it. I've had a crystal ice bucket, and it looks like it could be a vase too. I've had that for sale for a couple of years on eBay. Nobody wants it. So it all depends what it is. Like if it's a set of maybe rocks glasses, low ball glasses that are crystal, somebody might want to find that valuable. I also have some Jack Daniel glasses that I've had for sale for a while, and they're sitting. But want to show you guys what I found at the thrift store, so I thought I'd do a little mini haul for you that has to do with this subject. So this I just wanted to show you because I pulled it out. It was only $3. It is Fiesta. So Fiesta ware is, that's one of the pottery and glass you could be looking for. It all depends what it is. They are the ones who make the very colorful plates and bowls, and they're beautiful. I love them. I love Fiesta ware. Isn't this cute? It's just got a little mark there, but if you don't know, it's a paper towel holder. And it's yellow, and it's got the little, teapot on the top. I just loved it. So I have sold those in the past. They tend to sit for me, but not that exact one. So I'm hoping that'll sell quick. Found 2 of these brandy snifters. They also could be a fishbowl. I've looked it up on eBay. Said they could be a fishbowl. I've seen people collect matches in here, so that's what I got this for. I want to start collecting matches. And then once I get this full or somewhat full, I'm going to sell it on eBay. Hopefully make $100. And this one I am going to keep, I think, because it has some chips. I think it's, oh yeah, there's some there's some chips on the bottom. So, but then I got the bigger version of that. Wow, look at this guy. John's like, yeah, if you really want to get drunk. No, this is not meant for alcohol. Yeah, lots of uses. I've looked it up on eBay, and people do use these. They call them brandy stifters, but it's really way too big for that. So, yeah, people put a variety of things in here. I read that, candy or, matchbooks or shells or whatever you collect, you can put in here. It's really a beautiful glass. And these could sell upwards 50 to 100. I looked them up on eBay, so I was happy to get this. And yes, this is one of those instances where I'm going to have to sell this. I mean, I'm gonna have to, yes, I'm gonna have to sell it. I mean, I'm gonna have to pack this up, and this is gonna be really fun. This is gonna take a whole roll of bubble wrap. And I'm gonna get the kind with the big bubbles, I think, and maybe do the small bubbles and the big bubbles, and protect this. And I have tons of boxes, so won't have any problem getting a box. John, my husband, gives me a lot of boxes from Domino's. And then I also, whenever I'm out at a grocery store or like a Walmart or Dollar Tree, a lot of times they're unboxing their stuff, so I'll grab some. But I also buy them on Walmart, I buy them on eBay. So, isn't that gorgeous? All out for you. I found 6 of these. Couldn't believe that they were only $1 each. This store didn't know what they had because they usually mark things up. Look at this. They're atomic tractors. And look how beautiful they are. It's got the pedestal and it's got the gold gilding. It's really, really cool. Yeah, I looked them up. They're atomic tractors. And I think somebody's selling them for like $65 or something. So yeah, and this is gonna take some time if I sell it to ship it. I don't mind though. I don't mind individually wrapping glasses. I'd rather do that than this big guy. Oh, by the way, this was only $2. That's gonna be really fun. But I have lots of boxes and bubble wrap and packing paper, so I don't mind it. But I got a set of 6, which is a gold mine. Even if I'd gotten 2, I would have sold them. But the more you have, the more you're going to sell them for. This guy, very unique. I've never heard of this. Bullet bourbon, and even one glass could sell for like $15. And this was only, it was $3. But I thought if I get 15 to 20, I don't mind spending that. It's not a big deal. And it's kind of a unique shape too. It's let me show you guys from the side if you could see. There. See how it's an oval, it's not a circle. And very cool. I thought they were beautiful. I didn't know what they were at first, but then I looked inside. I don't know if you're able to see this. This is Crown Royal. And look how it's beautiful, the bubbles. And I have some 2 Jack Daniels glasses I'm trying to sell, and I haven't sold them. And I wish there was more of these, but there was only 2. But they're gorgeous. And Crown Royal glasses too. I think somebody had these listed for 15 or 20. So I'm fine with that. And again, I don't need this stuff. Isn't he cool? I love him. Reminds me of Tonala pottery, but that's not what he is. And he was only $4.99 at Stuff, etc., whatever that is. But it was $3 at this store. But I'm going to take off all the stickers if I can to see the original tag. I can't read it. The original, branding on there. It does say something. It has a mark. So it's going to be very important when I go to list it. But I did look them up, and they sold around $20 or so. So first I wasn't going to get him because I didn't know what he was worth. But then when I looked him up, he's gorgeous too. People like this kind of stuff. Right. And it needs battery, but I sell them as is. And that's a cool watch. So only 50 cents there. So, and this is I got for me. It's just pretty. I told John I get tired of our just boring bowls. They're just solid. They have no personality. And this reminds me of my second eBay store, I Pop of Color. Isn't that cool? This definitely got Pop of Color. I wasn't there looking for clothes. I actually was looking for a coffee maker for us because ours broke. And we have a Keurig, but we also like to have a regular coffee maker too. And got a great one by Compresso, and it was new, and it only makes 5 cups because we end up dumping coffee all the time. It's just the 2 of us, and we'll make 8 cups and then we dump it out. So this one makes 5 cups, so it's perfect. Yeah, we get more couches. This is cool, you guys. It's a vintage Wrangler shirt. No, not Wrangler. Oh, Rustler by Wrangler. And ooh, shoot, I did a bad thing, and I try to do what I never do. I just kind of grabbed it. You can't see the size. I'll ask my husband what size he thinks it is. But it's very nice. I don't do that well with Wrangler, but this one I thought might do well because it's got the pearl snap buttons, and those are sought after. So yeah, I did a boo-boo. I try and make sure I have a size tag before I buy an item, because I could definitely guess, and I've done that. I'll say see measurements, but it seems like those don't sell in my store like the other ones with the definite size tag. And I also don't know the fabric either. So it was only $1 though, so I don't feel bad about it. So that was my little haul from yesterday. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, me going section by section, telling you what I look for when I source and what you should be looking for when you're going. If you're like me, you go to a thrift store and you look at every section. And again, this is for everything sellers who just like to make money and they don't care what the category is. So I really enjoyed making this for you guys. I hope you have an awesome day. If you haven't subscribed, please think about doing so. To sending me a comment or giving me a thumbs up really helps me on YouTube, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys who watch and support my channel. If you want to check out my eBay store, it's Kraus House Sift and Thrift. I have another eBay store called iPop of Color, and you could just type in www.kraushousesiftandthrift.com or www.ipopofcolor.com. You also could email me if you want, kraushousesiftandthrift@gmail.com. I haven't been doing a lot with my Facebook page, but I do post on Instagram. I could post more, but anyway, I'd love to hear from you guys. Send me a comment, see if you like this kind of content. I'd love to hear from you. All right, you guys, have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.